Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. Why it says that instead of mod? Not sure. It's that one right there that I really want. Now, we struggled to pull that one previously, but it's 24,500 litres. So I think that's the one that we should go for. It costs us 25,000. And I'd be quite happy to have that one, I think. So we're going to go and get the forage wagon that we own right now. And we're going to take that with us over to the yard. I'm not actually going to sell it straight away. I'm going to keep the... I'm carrying it over there. I want to take it over there. Although, I'll tell you what, before we do this bit, let's just shut that one down. We actually need to do the rowing up, don't we? We need to start doing the rowing up, and that's going to be a job for this tractor, because our electric tractor is going to be busy doing that work over there. This tractor is able to actually pull this rake, so we will make use of it, because there's not very many other jobs that this tractor is going to be able to do soon. Train is now available. Now that I've gone and done that bit with the train, I could actually turn that off. Right, I've turned off the switch to trains. We will unfold that one. There we go. I'll bring it out over here, and we will start driving this way around the field to start with. And we will do twice around the field. So we will go in here, and I'm going to, well, I say twice around the field. I'm thinking 2 runs around the field, but we'll do once around the field, or 1 run around the field, and then we'll kind of see what space we've got for turning on the headlands. So we may need to go round 4 times in total. And carry on down through here. So we are, once again, in the glorious sunshine, doing a little bit of silage and rowing up, and I'm trying to look at this one from the front so that I can like get a thumbnail, because I kind of figure that this is a job that we're doing. Right, that'll do. I reckon that'll do just fine. And now then, back to my little TED talk that I was giving about being scammed. It's something that I personally absolutely despise. I really, really do. I cannot stand the thought of that some people who are scammed, these scams can be really, really elaborate and well thought out and everything. And they prey on all kinds of people. They'll prey on vulnerable people who don't know very much about technology, and they'll get a phone call to say their computer's not working properly, and they get persuaded to sign up to, or not sign up, but to allow remote access to their PC, and have someone wandering around and looking through their files and locking things out, taking down bank login details and things like that. They will have people ringing up and saying that they are actually from the bank and there's fraudulent activity being detected, and people get worried about such things, and they actually then will pay attention. They're like, oh, this is really not good. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, you can help me out. They're not there helping you out. They're there to try and steal your money. And some of them will get away with they can clean out a person's life savings doing this. And they're very, very, as a YouTuber, I think I can't remember his name, Jim Brown, I think he's called Jim Brown, and he targets, he goes for these online scammers like this, the ones that go for the big money. I've only ever had them contact me a couple of times. Usually it's you get emails and then you contact them. Sometimes it'll be a phone call that will come in, and you've got, like, Jim Brown, he's a tech genius, he knows what he's doing, and he will then be able to backtrace the IP, and when they're getting remote access to his computer, he's actually gaining remote access to their call center. And he's that good that he actually sometimes works with the FBI and with other law enforcement agencies from around the world, and get some of these places shut down and prosecutions follow. And that's, to me, is absolutely wonderful. That is an amazing, wonderful, beautiful thing that he is able to do that. I do not have the technical know-how to be able to do anything like that. I can barely install a mod on Farming Simulator. I've been trying to install some more mods on Minecraft, and it's not been going well. So I definitely don't have the technical know-how to be able to go up against a scammer like that. So I'm not going to risk giving them remote access to my computer. I just kind of, you know, have small battles where I can, replying to emails and stuff like that. So that's kind of like the level of stuff that I can do. But this guy like Jim Brown, he's absolutely amazing with what he can do. But some of the stories that you hear, people lose their entire life savings because they can very quickly, when you can't see, edit a web page to say something different to what the web page is actually saying. They edit it just on your computer using their remote access, and they'll do it after you've logged into the bank, and it will make it look like they've already taken money out of your account. They will make it look like they've done that already, and then they will tell you that the only way you're getting it back is if you do this, or you do that, or you do something else. And they will con you into believing that they've already scammed you when they haven't. The next part is the actual scam. There's others that will do something kind of similar where they alter different pages and that, but what they do instead is they play on the sense of vulnerability. Now, normally their target for that particular scam is going to be older women who are more than 50 years of age. That is their main target every single time, because that age bracket and gender is the ones that are most likely to have empathy with the person who's calling them up. They basically treat them like their grandmother, and they go over and over and really try to build up a rapport with the victim, and eventually there comes a point where they are offering a refund of something that has gone wrong to the victim in question, and they get the victim to type out the amount that they are refunding. And then when the victim has done that, without the victim realizing, the person who's running the scam will alter the number that they're giving as a refund to make it seem like they're refunded 20,000 instead of 200 or something like that. The whole thing is completely fake. There's a big long backstory to how this refund is even happening in the first place. It's 100% fake, right? But the the victim in all of this then genuinely believes that they have accidentally paid themselves from the scammer's account £20,000 or something similar, something really daft like that. And because of the rapport that they've built up, because of how these scammers are really, really good, right? Do not underestimate them. They've built up this rapport, and so then the person in question, the victim, feels really, really sorry for them, because then the scammer lays it on thick. Oh, I'm going to lose my job. This is going to cost me everything. How am I going to feed my family? The guy probably doesn't have a family, right? Or the woman probably doesn't even have a family. 9 times out of 10, they don't, right? They're just single people out to scam you for as much as you can get. So they pile on the sob story, and then the victim voluntarily tries to pay them back. And the thing about this scam is that most people, even when it's done, don't realize they've been scammed. They're not aware that the whole thing, they're not even aware that it was a scam right from the start. And they will actually fight in some cases to say, no, it wasn't a scam, I don't want anything to do. I'd seen some videos of people who was sort of basically told that they'd fallen victim to a scam, and they may be able to get, no, it wasn't, it's nothing to do with you, you clear out of it, this was not a scam, because they feel that they're protecting someone, they're helping someone out. This is how good those scammers are. Not only are they pulling the scam of the century on these people and taking their life savings, but they're also convincing the people at the same time that what they did was a good thing. And that's how sophisticated these people are. They are not to be underestimated. And it sickens me. It absolutely sickens me. I hate it. I really do. So if I get someone who then is going to message me and try and scam me out of anything, I will do everything I can to string them along and waste their time and mess anything up I can for them. They are free game. But please don't, I said it already, and I'll say it again, don't confuse scammers with people who are ringing you up trying to sell you stuff. Telesales people, right? They are just trying to make a bit of a living. They're not, they may earn money on commission. Half of them do, half of them don't. Half of them, they will only make money if they can sell you something. The other half are on minimum wage, just they got to ring you up, ask you to buy it, and do everything they can to get you to buy it. And that's basically, they're just earning their crust. Don't begrudge them that. If you're not interested in what they want to sell, just say no thank you and hang up. That's it. There's no need to be nasty to them. They are not scammers. Scammers, on the other hand, you say what you like to them. You say whatever you like to them. And I mean, some of this stuff is just so sophisticated. And then you've also got the scammers that will play on the lonely hearts. There's a lot of people in this world now that are lonely. Loneliness is a big thing in this world. I know what it's like to be lonely. I know what that's like. I've experienced being alone, being only able to work and work and work and not actually have any free time to go and meet people. And I've lived on my own on live-in job on a farm, and literally the only people you've got to talk to are some crusty old workers that you work with and nobody else. You haven't got the time to go and meet friends. That's just in agriculture. There's so many people in this world who are achingly lonely and would do anything for a bit of human contact outside of work and the general abuse that a lot of people get from working. And I think we're going to need to go around again. I don't think there's going to be enough room, to be honest, to do this. So we will go around one more time. Well, it'll be twice more, so it's going to take a little bit. So, yeah, it's... the whole Lonely Hearts thing is another common scam. You'll get people who will contact single people. Most often in this scenario, it's someone pretending to be a woman. Very often the scammer is actually a male, but they'll be pretending to be a woman, and they will contact men through email addresses, through social media, that kind of places, and they will strike up friendships with them. They will pretend to strike up friendships, and they will follow. These are the ones that I generally do get, and ones that I've sort of followed along with quite a few times. It's quite surprising the number of apparent women, and I say that with the apostrophes and so on, speech quotation marks, who have, because it's probably, most of them are actually men, by the way, who have fallen desperately in love with me and want to marry me and move in with me, despite the fact that I've already told them several times that I'm married with children. They just don't read any of the comments. You tell them that you're married with children, and they'll tell you that they've fallen in love with you and they want to move in with you. And yeah, so but the thing is, they don't do that immediately. They build up to that, and some of the better ones, they will actually keep this going for a couple of months. You'll get an email, maybe 2 per day, for a month or more. One of the best ones I had, it kept it going for 2.5 months before they reached the point where they asked for money. Normally, they ask for money a lot sooner than that. Normally it's within a month they will start saying they can't believe how they've met someone that they've just connected with on such an intimate level, when all they've done is follow a script and told you that they like reading in their spare time. Everybody likes reading in their spare time. At least online they do. And yeah, so like some of those, I don't like that either. Well, I don't like any scammers. I just don't like scammers. They're horrible, horrible people. But those, they are preying on the lonely hearts, and that's how they work and operate. They all prey on the lonely hearts, because there's plenty of there's so many lonely people in the world, and this is what I don't like. And I kind of hope that I, in a way, can help with that a little bit. I can help combat that, besides, you know, wasting scammers' time and replying to the lonely heart ones myself, by providing content. I know that it's not the same as human interaction, but I do hope that maybe the videos can help people feel a little bit less completely on their own. And I try to answer comments in the videos. I try to answer messages when they're sent. We've got our Discord channel where there's a community, and you can join, you can chat. There's people who are on there regularly. There's some people who are on there nearly every single day, and we have a community that's being built up. And if you're one of the people out there, one of the many millions of people that is subjected to a lot of who feels lonely at the moment, because there are so many people, especially with the COVID thing that has gone on around the world, it has really isolated a lot of people. If you need someone to talk to, come and join our Discord community. I know it's not the same as a face-to-face chat. It never is. I'm not going to pretend that it's anywhere near as good as a face-to-face chat with an actual real human being, but it's still other people on the other end of the screen, who, a lot of who do actually understand what it's like to be on your own and not have very many people to talk to. So please come and join the Discord. Come and have a chat with us. I mean, I say us loosely because I'm not on there very much. I do try to be. Some weeks I'm on there quite a bit. Other weeks I barely even look in the door. It just kind of depends on what's happening for me at home as well. But yeah, it's always an ongoing thing. I do get on there when I can. I try to check messages when I can. I try to respond to comments on YouTube when I can. Try to answer emails and messages and so on. And so I do try to help out, and I kind of hope that I help to sort of combat this a little bit. But again, these scams, it sickens me. It really does. It absolutely disgusts me that these people exist in the world that would do this to people. And I absolutely despise it. So, yeah, I do answer them. I am curious if any, like, if I try not to answer, I've said it before, but I try not to answer any through my YouTube channel or anything like that, because I'm very much aware of, you know, the conversation could then be posted online. Look, this is what Frithgard does behind the scenes, and taken out of context, it might not look very good. It might look like I'm cheating on my wife or something. However, if ever I'm messaging someone who's doing the whole Lonely Hearts thing, I always tell Sen, and I always keep her up to date on whether or not they've proposed marriage yet, whether they want to move in with me. Someone wanted me to, several months ago now, they wanted not only to move to this country to be with me because they felt they'd finally found their soulmate, but they were going to bring their daughter with them as well, who was 16, and she was really wanting to meet me because her father was such a deadbeat and I sounded like such a wonderful and honest man. It was going to be amazing to have a real father, which is certainly was a bizarre twist on the whole Lonely Hearts thing, coming complete with family. Have family will travel type situation. So then she wanted me to pay. She couldn't free up the funds that she got from selling her house in Moscow and or St. Petersburg. I can't remember which one that one was. But the funds, she couldn't free them up, and she really wanted to. She either then had to take out a 6-month lease on an apartment or move to the UK immediately. If I could just lend her the money so that she could get the tickets to fly her and her daughter over to the UK. And the amount of money that she was asking, I'm pretty sure that she and her daughter were going to be flying first class in a private jet. It seemed a little bit excessive, I must admit. And when I looked up aeroplane fares for from Moscow to the UK, yeah, there were some much better deals, and so I pointed that out. I replied in the email, because it's always about the time they ask for money that I can't really string it along any longer, because they either get their money or they walk away. So I just pointed out, I've done a quick bit of Google research, and I don't know what airline you're using, but there's one that I could get. There's tickets that you can get for this much money. An immediate response was, oh yes, but we're buying them from Moscow or from Russia or so wherever it was. Sure, that one was St. Petersburg. But anyway, the prices are different for us, so we have to pay more. We're not able to get them that cheaply. That's why it costs so much. And I said, oh, that's all right, because I've just done some research here, and I can buy them for you, and then I can fax you a copy of the. I can actually scan and email you a copy of the tickets, and then it can be confirmed. And I've confirmed this with the airline, and this is a legal way of doing it. Oh no, but we can't do it because it's Russia. And this went backwards and forwards a little bit, and then they eventually just stopped replying, and that was it. So I think that the love affair just kind of ground to a halt right there, because I wouldn't send them the money for their private jet. But yeah, so you know, you get all kinds of different ones, and they can seem very, very good. If you've got someone and you sort of that they can string you along really well before you kind of and so many people are so. I hesitate to use the word desperate because it makes them sound like less of a victim. But desperate is the word. They're desperate for human contact. And there's no shame in that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not using the word to try to shame people with this. It's a perfectly normal, natural thing to want human contact, to not be lonely. And that's what these people are preying on. And that's why I despise them so much. They find people who are at a low ebb, and then they prey on it. They're kicking people when they're down, and I despise it. So yeah, if ever there is a conversation that is released that is between me and between Frithgar and someone online who's professing their love for me, and it's making it look like I'm not being very faithful to Sen, you can be absolutely certain that Sen has already seen all of the messages, and we've already discussed exactly who this scammer is and what it is that they're after. Right, let me just park that one up right there. Ooh, it's quite a noisy tractor, isn't it? Okay, then we're going to go over to this one. We're going to take this one over to the yard first, because what I want to do is I want to buy the other forage wagon, and I would like to just hitch it onto this tractor and test it out first. So it's just a tiny fraction over double the capacity of this one at 26,500 litres. That's pretty good. So we should be alright, I think. I know this tractor only does 35k. It would be better if we had a slightly faster one, but I'm actually okay with using this one. It's a reasonably priced tractor. It's got 100 horsepower under the bonnet. I feel that this one is a pretty good combination of tractor. The next tractor that I'd like to get, quite a few people do feel that maybe I should go with that cheap one. This one right here, the Fendt, 76,000, for a 115 horsepower tractor. It's got the front links on it, and there is the possibility to take it all the way up to 150 horsepower. It's a 50k top speed on it, and it's 93,000. So it is a good price for a tractor. That's the one right there that I want, though. It is more expensive, but that's the one that I would like. We could go, there's that one there is 97,000. There's that mod there. It's a 40k tractor. It's 145 horsepower. Oh, there isn't an engine? I thought there was an engine option, but there isn't. So that's 145 at 100,000. What else have we got? Is used 125. That one's 100 horsepower. Does this have a bigger engine on it? Configuration, standard, brown, green, standard, design, global, front loader. Nope, that one's set at 100,000 at 55 grand. Right. I don't know what I got here in the way of more powerful tractors. So that one there, again, doesn't have anything extra. I haven't got very many mods on here, although I suppose I go with the medium tractors. Maybe I've got some more mods on this one. I mean, we've got the basic case over here at 98,000 there. We've got a bigger engine, so we got 260, and it's 150,000. So it's a little bit pricey for the base game stuff. If I go and have a look at the actual mods that I've got the case in here. That's the different attachments there on the front. Engine setup, stayer. How many different engine setups have we got? We got Magnum Pro, 7220, 7230. How many engine setups have we got on this thing? That's 261 horsepower for 140,000. That's pretty good, actually. That's not a bad amount. Right, but they're all fairly expensive. So the one that I was wanting to go for, I think, is about right. But we weren't here to get that. We were here to get forage wagons. So let's try to stay on target, stay on focus, stay on point. And it's that one I was going to look at. So going to that one. Customize is the word that I want to do. I'm going to go to the customize bit. So we can choose what colors we have. Now, we've got Chrome, Class Black, Class Red. Oh, I see the color just there is changing a little bit. I kind of like the idea of having a Class 1 on here. So we'll have the color on there. It will be black. We will go with, we've got Deutz. We've got various Deutz colors on here. And it's all Deutz colors and that on there as well. So if we go, no, so it's not that red. Chrome yellow. Class is green on there, isn't it? You got class green. Pottinger red. It's a brighter green on there. The rim color, class red on there. I think that... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.